If 50 people show up to hear me play, okay. If 50,000 people show up to hear me play, okay. I'm still going to do the same thing.
As you may have heard, I have a new album coming out in April, and here's something I made just for you.
I'm always pulling from stuff that I've heard over the years. You know, it's funny because I hear something in a song. Even I was joking with my good friend Ferry Corsten about yesterday, and he said one of my songs on my album has the melody of "Turn the Beat Around," and I'm like, oh. What? And then at the same time, I hear like this melody line that reminds me of ABBA in one of his songs, you know? And it's totally not even, it's not like you tried to do that. It's just like these influences just kind of creep their way into your music without you even realizing it. I was just coming up and I was hearing all this crazy rave music, you know, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the structure very well. During those years, I did a 7-year residency in this club, warehouse rave club, and it's like where I learned, you know, where I learned not just you know, about the music, but I also learned about the audience and how to manipulate the music to kind of take them on a real journey. And there were some nights where you know, where I had some mistakes and I learned from them, you know. But I think, you know, the thing about those days were the learning experience is so difficult nowadays because there's not a lot of venues and a lot of places that give you the creative freedom to make mistakes. Those days, yeah, there was a lot of innocence in the scene back then, and so there was a lot of room for learning. I feel like I make music on a certain frequency that my life resonates at. And with that, I attract people on the same frequency who love the music and are passionate about the music that I'm making. And you stay true to that frequency, you know, and over time you accumulate a tribe of faithful followers, and you know, it just accumulates to the point where, okay, you know what, I have my, you know, my people, my tribe, and all you got to do is give us the keys to your venue for the night, and we're going to come in and have a great time. When that rush happens, when that roar from the crowd comes, 50,000 people all acknowledging and showing their support, it can be overwhelming. Like one point I remember I was trying one of the new tracks on my album before my album was released, and I grabbed the microphone and I said, "Here's, you know, hey Trance family, here's something I made just for you." And then build-up came, and then the drop came, and it was just this intense moment where the whole crowd screamed, and I got back this energy that it almost knocked the wind out of me. It was just a spectacular moment. If I do festivals all summer long, by the end of the festival season, I'm craving to go into a nice, dark, dirty, dingy club and just kind of like be one-on-one with the audience, be more intimate. But at the same time, when I'm in these clubs and when I'm in the studio and I'm creating, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to play this at Tomorrowland or at EDC or at Ultra, you know, any of the big festivals, because you know that the reaction is going to be massive and epic. You know, you don't really analyze how many people there are. You just look out and you just see a sea of people and you hear a roar when they're screaming. But you look for those familiar faces in the crowd to kind of calm you down, to settle you down. And you know, and I think when you see that, then it's like, okay, all right, you know what? If everybody here hates me, okay. But as long as those my fans right there that are holding up my flags, as long as you guys are happy and maybe 5 more people in this crowd are turned on, then I win, right? The one thing that I've learned is that the best musicians have dropped out of music school. It's funny, it's like if somebody tells you, yeah, I graduated from Berkeley, it's almost not a good thing. It's the people that go and all of a sudden are sparked and like are gone, never finish, are the ones who kind of like the light bulb went on and they figured something, or they went on their own path. And after all, that's what music is about. It's going on your path and discovering your, you know, what you want to do or what you want to give, put out into the world. And the people that graduate are just following the books all the way to the end.
Hello, how did you find me? Where have you been hiding? I know that you remind me. There's fire inside me.